We're Ellie and Luke. 3 years ago, we bought an abandoned homestead in North Idaho with the simple goal of transforming it into a self-sufficient getaway. After 2 years of preparing the land, we're finally ready to start our biggest project yet, our off-grid tiny home. Follow along as we experience the trials and tribulations of building completely off the grid and by ourselves. The North Idaho nomads are finally settling down, and we can't wait to share this adventure with you. In our last few episodes, we've been working on the subfascia for our off-grid tiny home. It's been a seemingly small task that has taken way longer than we thought. In today's episode, we're finally finishing the subfascia and also finishing the lookouts. This is the final step before we can start installing walls. Okay, day, I don't know, of working on the fasciast. It rained last night, so our tarp covered platform got a little wet in some spots.
Yeah, a lot of spots. It wasn't supposed to rain, so we thought we'd be okay just not leaving it covered for a day.
Not even 24 hours.
But on the bright side, I did want to feel pretty today. I went out and bought myself a little something special.
Just for you guys.
I get it. Bauer is probably not top of the line. It is from Hazard Fraud, we get it. But it's not like I'm wearing this every day for work. I understand it's probably disposable. But I also don't plan on building another cabin anytime soon, so it was worth it. Because that other thing was terrible. Pinched my my abs.
Can I wear it?
If you want to. Look at all this, so much room.
So many pockets.
So we're going to try to get this in today. It's not going to be pleasant because, at least on that side, it was on the right side. I'm right-handed, so it was still a pain in the butt, but doable. This I got to be working off the left side, which I'm not super coordinated with. So we'll see. Should be interesting. But at least I'll look good.
Ooh. Ah. Do a little twirl. Yes. Work it.
Oh wait, put that board up. Anyways, that's the plan. If I can get this board up and the lookouts on both sides today, we'll be happy. Then we can recover it properly. And then we can start sheeting the outside without being worried about this happening.
Awesome. So we officially set up our camera station. This seems really minor. This seems like a step that we actually have a space now to put some stuff on while we're working. Got the GoPro already set up over there. The ZV-10, whatever it's called, right there. That little camera works good unless it gets hot. It shuts off. Sunlight hits it, which is really annoying. Don't know if we're gonna need it today, but I brought the Insta360. This is a fun camera. Not as user-friendly as the GoPro, but it's nice to have it as a backup. And then this camera, the Sony A7S III. So yesterday we got the front fascia up, and then we also got the side fascia. Can't really see it. The side fascia up, that's what that bar is right there. And then we started in on the lookout. There's one lookout in. We're gonna have to put them all along here. And then hopefully we'll do the same thing on that side. So Luke and I decided we need to get new hats, but we need to not wear them while we work. We need to have nice, like, going out hats. So I think I'm gonna get stitched ones next. And we've never sold hats on our store because I just don't really know how to buy them and sell them in a way that isn't a loss and I don't know how to sell them at a rate that's not like ridiculous. Like right now, if I were to buy hats, after all is said and done, we'd probably have to sell them for around 40 or 50 bucks, and we really wouldn't make much money at that point. We'd be out a lot of time. So if you're interested in hats, maybe I'll look more into it. Let me know. Haven't really seen a whole lot of movement on the merch side of things. I'm just assuming it's because everyone's really broke right now, and I totally get that, so I haven't done a whole lot with it. But just let us know if that's something you'd be interested in, and I will look into it. There's a tiny little pocket of water right there that I'm hoping will just drain right into this bucket. So we did bring a new tarp because we're gonna have to replace this one because we've already poked holes in it. It's been ripped. It's just need a new tarp. It's dead, right?
Yeah. That thing is terrifying. We're selling.
Oh my god. People of YouTube, what the beep is this? That's terrifying.
Don't have those in Alaska.
They don't!
Oh, great.
Ask me how I know! I have to say, the truck as the scaffolding has worked quite well. We didn't think it was gonna get by this tree. We were actually really worried we were gonna have to cut this spruce down. Oops, there we go. But it looks like we're gonna be okay. But there's a shrub there that we definitely are gonna have to cut down because we've driven over it. One of our long-term plans is to come through and really get rid of these low-lying shrubs to hopefully let some of these spruce trees grow a little bit. Not all, we don't want to get rid of all the shrubs, but at least in the areas that we walk around, like all of this and to the front and the side of the cabin, it would just be nice to get rid of these low-lying shrubs.
My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focused EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Ooh, for you, ooh, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run. Oh, to you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Oh, to you, ooh,
Okay, now what do you have to do?
I'd leave it all.
What do you have to do for that corner?
Get screws from the outside in.
Oh,
What do you think I had to do?
no, well now I see why you said, how am I gonna do that?
I don't know. It's gonna be a long reach.
Because on the other side, you just put the ladder on the outside.
Have to get flexible, I guess.
Oh boy. While Luke is putting up the lookouts, I'm gonna go around and start yanking out all the staples that are all over on the walls. They're on the wood we haven't used yet. Go pull them out.
My friends and family, they don't understand. They fear they'll lose so much if you take my hand. But for you, ooh, I'd lose it all. Ooh, for you, ooh, I'd lose it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me.
Here's the view from the roof of our cabin. The view from our cabin. Anyways, this is what we just did. Doesn't seem like much, but this is a tough angle to be at. It's a long ways down, probably 20 feet.
You have to take that piece off.
Not the best setup. Yeah. So now we're gonna get the lookouts in place along this side. Then we'll go over to the other side. And here's a look down our rafters. As you can tell, nothing is straight. But we'll hide everything under sheathing, so nobody will ever know except for you and us. There's Tire Mountain off in the distance. Kind of see our flat spot down there. Kind of see the road a little bit through the trees. I'm just stalling because I don't want to do the rest of this. But anyways. Alright, I'm gonna get down. Actually, I gotta take that support off right there first. One more job to do. It's done, and I'm not dead. I'll count that as a W. I think that's the hardest parts.
For now.
Yeah, I think in general.
Really?
Yeah.
What about when we put the siding on the front?
We can do that from once we get the top sheeted. What do you mean the siding?
Like up there.
Yeah, they're not, the hard part is the overhang. Like, there's no good way to get to it. So you have to go up and then out. When we put the siding on, it'll just be up.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. What about the, what are they called again?
What?
The side pieces.
Lookouts?
What about the lookouts up in that corner? In that corner.
Necessarily. Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Good job, baby. The hardest part, in theory, should be done. Now we have to add the lookouts. And did we decide we have to measure for every single one? Or in theory, can we measure once and cut 10 lookouts?
What's up?
Do we have to measure for every single lookout? Or in theory, can we measure once?
Just once.
Okay. So Luke just measured. How long is it?
Like 14 3/4.
How many lookouts do you think we need?
That I don't know. I'm sure there's a building code for that.
What's a building code?
I don't know.
In theory, next we will cut out our lookouts and then screw, nail, whatever them into place. But we all know it's almost never as simple and straightforward as that, so we'll see what happens next.
Waterlogged.
And these are 2x8.
Yeah.
Something to help. Which side are we doing first?
This side I've already set up on.
I would like to, for the record,
Didn't kill it.
we have since learned
Wait, we did kill that.
what that bug was, and it was a banded horntail. They are not aggressive. They don't actually sting. It's what we would know it as a stump humper. So
I've heard stories of guys on the fire line getting stump humped, getting stung by a stump humper, and then a week later, little baby larvae crawling out of their skin. So I do not regret the murder, unjust if it was.
So now we know it's not a Japanese murder hornet like we thought, and we were ready to burn the whole thing down. But ew, really?
Yeah, but I mean that is coming from wildland firefighters.
So. So we're about a little less than halfway. How's it going so far?
Good. Bumped it up to 20 inches instead of 16.
Just so we don't have to put as many up.
I don't know.
And it is definitely fall weather today, and I am so grateful for it. It makes working and filming a lot easier. But I think it's hunting season. Someone just went by on the county road. We don't know who they were, but they were decked out in camo, so people are out and about. Wow, Luke continues to work. Oh, and the lookouts, whatever. I'm gonna go grab a memory card from one of our cameras and replace a memory card, replace a memory card in the other one. We pulled them yesterday, and one of the cameras, footage was okay. I think one of our cameras is junky. But this new Campark camera that we got sent a while ago, and we'll definitely be doing a video on soon, it's pretty awesome. The footage was great. Got some really cute, mama moose and baby moose clips. So that was awesome. I'm curious though, now that hunting season has started, I feel like we won't see as many animals, but you never know. Not bad. And then I'm gonna go actually, I want to see if there's anything on this camera. Make sure I change the settings, because we've really struggled with this camera in particular, and another one on the back of our property. They're just way too sensitive, so we get wind, so our cards fill up. That was good. And we forgot to pull this card yesterday, so I'm gonna do it now, because at the end of the day we're gonna be tired. A lot of deer tracks. Deer definitely seem to be the thing we see the most, but we do see elk and moose. Got it. Alright, while I was replacing our game camera memory cards and doing some sponsorship stuff, Luke finished all the boards, lookouts, whatever the heck they're called, on that side, and now he has moved to this side. And I'm refilming all of this because I filmed it in the wrong setting and there was no audio in that setting. So can you please remake all the jokes you just made?
Nope. Probably a good thing.
This Sony camera has really great what they call S&Q, which stands for slow and quick settings. The only downside is those settings don't record any audio. So when you accidentally leave your camera on, you can't even salvage it because there's no. I was saying, it is crazy what a difference this type of weather makes in how in our attitude out here. Like, this is probably the longest we've worked out here in a little bit. Wouldn't you say?
What time is it?
I don't know. 4.
Holy shit.
But like, if it had been in the 80s or the 90s, we would have put the board up and probably gone home.
Probably.
You think we'll get this done today?
I'd really like to.
We can do it. Do you want me to measure or pre-measure for you?
I already got a bunch cut.
Oh, okay. This is definitely the longest we've worked out here in a while. Well, at least well, I was gonna say at least together. I think we have 4 more to go. 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5 more to go. It's looking good. And then what's really exciting is once these are all up, we can hopefully move to sheeting the walls. So that'll be a big step. While Luke finishes up the last few lookout whatever pieces, I'm gonna start tidying up, and don't know if I'm gonna film that because this camera is kind of hard to use for stuff like that. But we're almost done. We came here all bundled up because it was really cold and wet and rainy this morning. It ended up being a really nice day. Is this ladder easy to fold down? So I'm putting stuff away, and I'm watching Luke get up into the corner to put the put the boards on, and I'm really realizing how much this thing is shaking. Yeah, but the good news is this is the last time we should have to climb up without the siding being on, and once the siding goes on, it's gonna get a lot more secure. Yeah. And yeah, we should have put the siding on first, blah, 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 blah. We did it the way we did it because we just need to get this done as fast as we can.
How wonky does it look from down there?
Ah, looks great. I'm a little preoccupied by the fact that the whole thing shakes.
Won't for long.
I know. I'm glad that was the last one.
Oh.
You're done, babe.
Ow. Just don't look too close. It's fine.
Not bad. Now it definitely looks more like a house and not a shed.
Even though it is still very much a shed. A garden shed. That is what it is.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, our garden shed.
Garden shed.
Well, now we really have to put a new tent on. Or, now we really have to put a new tarp on.
Huh?
Now we really have to put a new tarp on. Hey. Good job, baby.
That is a complete project.
Yep.
Wrapped up.
Yep.
Now we can finally move on to another one.
Open your eye. Oh, you burst a blood vessel in your eye.
It's probably when I was trying to squeeze through that rafter.
Okay, well, feels good to get this checked off the list.
Yeah, this was the worst part, for sure. I knew it was going to be the worst part.
It's the
And I've been
scariest.
dreading it and putting it off. But it's done. Just pick away at it.
Yeah. So now we get to decide where we want our door to be.
Yeah, I gotta put a door. And then windows.
And then start sheeting. But that's really exciting because then...
Pointing like.
Oh, sorry. It's heavy. Okay. So now we gotta start sheeting.
Sheathing.
It's not sheeting.
Oh, I think it's sheathing. Doesn't matter. That's what we're doing.
Yep. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here. I think we're gonna put the tarp on it. We won't film that because we're tired and we just want to get out of here. Thanks for sticking around. As always, if you haven't subscribed, why are you even watching us? Just subscribe.
Don't be mean to them.
Yeah, we won't. Sorry.
Thanks for watching anyways, even if
Yeah.
you're not subscribed.
But please subscribe.
Oh, thanks Jerry for the ladder.
Oh,
Jerry will understand.
okay. Okay, well, that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.